just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out. Folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Outside. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Ready?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. Their own 30-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, 4 down. 36 power.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. 4th and short, partner. This would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Switch gears, switch gears. Alert.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That up of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. 14, run it.
Now Rashad Penny. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. After the run, now Darnold to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his target, it's Crowder. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Penny, the first down carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a throw here to his running back. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right there. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Friday. Watch that in. Tight end's right. 3 now. Look pass. Small.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Left. 12.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when offense one in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Here's a run with Mixon, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. On 2nd and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll give it to him up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
64,
They run for it with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
54. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Come on, come on. Line's 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken on the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Blue draw quarter.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He can't hang on the ball.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mine's 54. Mine's 54. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's get it.
Here's Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action here on first down. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You got 3 down. Hey. One left.
Wilson leaves this one with Kenny. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now Wilson on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And got his man complete. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back to
aggressive mentality. Sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now as we look down at it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Outside. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen.
On second down, this is Cannon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
They'll run again with Cannon, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Tighten up.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete.
Wilson's pass. A gain of 26 yards. And the Seahawks.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Carson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now it's Penny. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Shit, go 14. Shit. Deuce. Left pass. Pull up for signal.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Hey, 0. Still got 4 down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go, defense.
Back to Cannon again on 1st down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short. And it's 4th down. Back to throw, Darnold. That's to his running back, complete. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. breaks through the contact. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL. We're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
We got 4.
First down,
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
That's it, baby.
the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Taking over for their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
We're going to shut you down.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway.